What if spirituality is just another matrix game? And what if everything that you're learning is designed to send you down a rabbit hole? What if the term starseed only exists to get us accustomed and familiar to alien life? And what if the term twin flame is just to keep us in dysfunctional relationships? There are many what ifs. So let's get into it. Hi, and welcome to Outlaw Door. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Attio. For those that are returning subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I want to get into the what ifs, and probably those questions triggered a lot of you. But I've done that for a reason. I've done it because there is a lot of terminology out there. There is a lot of new information. There is a lot of ancestral information coming forward. And the key to being on the spiritual path is to have your own discernment, to be following your own light, to ask these questions of yourself, take them inward, find your own truth. We have had millennium of being followers, and we are now moving into an age where we are leaders, we are sovereign beings, we lead ourselves within the collective rather than a few leading and everybody following. The ascension process is about us learning who we are at a soul level, what we need to do, what is our truth, and to have the discernment and to take action from those truths that resonate with us at that time. Now, it will change as we grow, as we develop, as more information comes onto our radars and we take it inwards, we do the introspection, we feel into it, we use the mind, the body, and the soul in unison to discover what is right for us, and then we take action from that. And so there are lots and lots of variables here. As I said, what if the whole spiritual phenomenon, the ascension, the age of the Aquarius, is just another 3D matrix game to keep us locked into a system? I don't personally believe that. But I've taken the time to question what's right for me. And this is a very, very quick video to implore you to take the time to question what's right for you. I stayed in a twin flame relationship for 8 years. I have no regrets, but I was listening all the time to my mind, body, soul. I was listening to spirit. I was listening to my higher consciousness. What is right for me? Do I stay? Do I continue to wait? And I stayed and I continued to wait for the whole time that it felt right to stay and continue to wait. But the minute those dynamics within me changed, I then departed. I then let go. I released myself from those dynamics because it was right for me to do so. And so, yes, is it wonderful that we now have all this information? I'd be the first to say yes. Many, many, many years during my early life, I felt like an outsider. I felt like I never fitted in. I felt like with the experiences that I were having, I was told was witchcraft and woo-woo, and I was a weirdo. And that made me feel very isolated. And so knowing that the experiences that I had a name, had a label, and it was empath, helped me. But it's about having the discernment, reading through the information, learning the information, and then introspecting what is right for me, what is real for me, what is my truth, because each of us are unique. Each of us has a very personal imprint, completely unique, just like our thumbprint. We have an energetic signature. We have a mental, intellectual signature. What we're bringing to the table is unique to us. Nobody else can do it. But if we're following, we will never get to discover what that uniqueness in ourselves is. And so, yes, to have all this information is phenomenal. To have the ability to have greater understanding of ourselves, of this planet, of the cosmos is amazing. To be able to now decipher text from a language and from a script that we weren't able to decipher 30, 40, 50 years ago, and now we're learning what the ancients had to say, is phenomenal. But we need to bring that into ourselves. We need to bring that close to home. We need to sit with it, and we need to understand it. What does it mean for us personally? And when we actually start to do that, when we understand that our truths are only our truths, and they're a story that we're telling ourselves so that we can make sense of the world and our lives within that world, and that it is not anybody else's reality, it is not anybody else's truth. And so we shouldn't be imposing that onto people. Do we share information? Yes, we do. There may be little tidbits from what somebody says, from what I say, that clicks something into place. But the key factor is you putting the time in, doing the work, having the discernment, learning, growing, developing, and taking personal responsibility and accountability for the actions, knowing that each action comes with a consequence. Now, those consequences don't always have to be bad. I know people, when you say all action has a consequence, everybody goes, it doesn't have to be bad, but we take responsibility for it. We take absolute autonomy for what we're doing, what we're saying, what we're thinking, how we're being within the collective. And this is what's going to move us forward. This is what's going to break down the matrix of there just being a few leaders. Taking personal responsibility and accountability, having discernment, being introspective with the information that you learn, and then using the mind, body, soul to understand yourselves better, understand your place in the world, understand your uniqueness, and how that uniqueness can be of service to the collective, how that uniqueness can raise the consciousness vibrations. This is where we're going. But we can only go there if you make the decision not to be a follower and to be a leader of your own life, your own being, your sovereignty. As I said, it's a short one, so if you've enjoyed it, then please press that subscribe button and feel free to share with your friends. Bye-bye.